Welcome, everybody. You're listening to the Grindcore Enthusiast podcast, episode 58. Back from the fucking dead. Haven't done a fucking podcast in a while. Been kind of working being a fucking Joe Dirt. This is a dreaded episode, a fucking ska reggae episode with the mighty Judge Dredd. We're gonna play a long playlist, at least an hour, so many good songs. Here's a Wikipedia background from him. His name was Alexander Minto Hudgens, born May 2nd, 1945. Death, 1998, March 13th. And crazy enough, he fucking died what he loved doing, performing, playing ska and reggae. He died from a heart attack as he walked off the stage performing at the Penny Theater in Canterbury. And yeah, he died after his set in 1988, which is fucking crazy. That's like some rock and roll shit. He's super important in ska and reggae. He's been one of the most... He's kind of like reggae porn, because all the songs are perverted and talk about fucking shagging and sausages and pussy and getting high, getting drunk. Anyways, let's go back to his bio. He's from Snodland, Kent, England. And he died in England, so there you go. Made in England, motherfucker. And his only instrument is vocals. And in his early days, he was a fucking bouncer at a club, and he met goddamn Derek Morgan and Prince Buster. So he already learned a lot in his teenage years. And then he was he's a fucking professional wrestler. He was called the Messenger Executor, which I gotta find fucking film on that shit. And then he was a bouncer for the Rolling Stones. Fucking crazy ass life. Anyways, and his biggest hit was Big Six. That was actually on the damn Top of the Pops in UK, which is awesome. And he couldn't have his songs on the radio because it was super perverted back in the day. And he's in the Guinness Book of Records for being the highest number banned songs of all time, which is fucking dope. Yeah. Let's go to his... I don't think he ever played it. I think he has played in USA. He's been playing since 1998, so... And his first album was in 1972 called Dread Mania. It's All in the Mind, which is a classic. The 1974 Working Class Hero on Trojan, badass. Then following up by 1975's Bedtime Stories, classic. 1976, Last of the Skinheads. 1977, 40 Big Ones. 1980, the classic Reggae and Ska, which I'm going to play the live version and the recorded version. I love that song. 1981, Rub-a-Dub. 1984, Not Guilty. 1988, live album, Live and Lewd. 1989, King of Rudeness. Hell yeah. Here I was born. 1994, Never Mind Up with a Cock. Here's Judge Dredd. In 1996, he releases last ever release, Scarred for Life and Dread White and Blue USA ska album. And he has Christmas songs. Christmas is Dreadland. A lot of songs with cock, dick. I love it. I love fucking Judge Dredd. It was my birthday recently, November 11th, and I was playing Judge Dredd. Before that, I was being all dredged out. And it made me feel better, so Here we go. This is Judge Dredd, episode 58. Rest in peace. The god of ska, UK ska. Judge Dredd.
Everybody join our song. We're playing ska, come on and sing along. Grab a rude girl, shuffle down. Ska is the sound that's going round. Sing reggae and ska. Sing reggae and ska. Sing reggae and ska. When the rhythm drop, it'll take you far. Dance to the beat, that's really hot. Show the rude girl what you got. We're gonna shuffle the night away to the rhythm of ska. Jamaica way, sing reggae and ska. Sing reggae and ska. Sing reggae and ska. When the rhythm drop, it'll take you far. Sing reggae and ska. Sing reggae and ska. When the rhythm drop, it'll take you far. From the early morning till late at night, you can shuffle to the rhythm really tight. You can't get away from the shuffle beat. Come on, everybody, and move your feet. Sing reggae and ska. Sing reggae and ska. Sing reggae and ska. When the rhythm drop, it'll take you far. Sing reggae and ska. Sing reggae and ska. Sing reggae and ska. When the music drops.
11 out of here. I'm trying to make an LP. Right, lads. Ready? Right on. Hey, hey. This one's wrong. A young lady copy named Gay told a young man just last Saturday, I won't go too far, just half a bar, but for £2 I'll go all the way. It's all in the mind, it's all in the mind. With rudeness, it's all in the mind. I was told by my mother, one thing leads to the other, but with rudeness, it's all in the mind. Rock at the Hotel Malinda told a newlywed lad named Trinda, don't mind you and the wife, living on fruits of the life, but don't throw the skins out the window. It's all in the mind, it's all in the mind. With rudeness, it's all in the mind. I was told by my mother, one thing leads to the other, but with rudeness, it's all in the mind. I saw my best friend named Clyde with a gleaming new bike by his side. It's brilliant, red, and stands by his bed. Well, at least he's assured of a ride. Oh, it's all in the mind, it's all in the mind. With rudeness, it's all in the mind. I was told by my mother, one thing leads to the other, but with rudeness, it's all in the mind. Now the dashing young lads out in Easton, for some inexplicable reason, go out in herds and shoot all the birds, but never when they're out of season. It's all in the mind, it's all in the mind. With rudeness, it's all in the mind. I was told by my mother, one thing leads to the other, but with rudeness, it's all in the mind. Hey, it's all in the mind, it's all in the mind. True, with rudeness, it's all in the mind. Hello, I was told by my mother, one thing leads to the other, but with rudeness, it's all in the mind. One more time, it's all in the mind, it's all in the mind. With rudeness, it's all in the mind. I was told by my mother, one thing leads to the other, but with rudeness, it's all in the mind. Hey, what's it up? Oh, it's snowing. It must be Christmas. Snow White and the dwarfs, they went to a ball. They all ended up feeling happy. Happy didn't mind at all. Red Riding Hood went to Gran's house with her little bag. But all she found when she got there was a wolf in drag. Out here in Dreadland, they say Santa is queer, 'cause he only comes down the chimney, and that is once a year. Oi, get a sleigh up my roof. Rudolph the deer's nose is so cold and numb, but not the deer's behind him. It's stuck up Rudolph's bum. Blah! So I'll tell you another thing. If one of them deers pop up there, you'll clean it up. Oh, Christ, I forgot deers can fly. Ho, ho, ho! Good shot, Rudolph! Merry Christmas, then! I'll give you Merry Christmas. What a way to spend it, eh? No beer, no birds. Still anyway, I hope all you people out there having a better Christmas than me. Sincerely, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all. Bye! Right on. And Mary Ann was cast away with 6 young girls, no laugh. For 6 days he did labour, the 7th he had off. Then another chap was washed ashore on a raft made of tea chests. He said, oh what a nuisance, there goes my day of rest. In court one day on a charge of vagrancy. The shirt was also dirty, as anyone could see. When asked how long he wore his shirt with no intent to tease, he said, if it please your honour, it hangs down to my knees. It's all in the mind, it's all in the mind. With rudeness, it's all in the mind. I was told by my mother, one thing leads to the other, but with rudeness, it's all in the mind. Get ready. Little boy blue, come blow up your horn. The sheep's in the meadow and the cows in the corn. Aye, aye, aye. Well, the boy that looks after the sheep, he's under the haystack with little Bo Peep. Aye, aye, aye. Right on. Right, here we again. By blue. Didn't this muffin sack on the top with knickers all tattered and torn? It wasn't a spider who sat down beside her, his little by blue with the arm. Right on. Here we go. Tiki-taka, 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 taya. Whoop-taya, pussy catch a fire. Name of the game. Little guy blue. Right, next verse. Black pussy, white pussy, pig pussy blue. The name of the game is Right on. Rastafari, Rasta for me, little boy blue in a ganja tree. Smoking the weed. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Little boy blue. Boy blue stood on the burning deck, playing a game of cricket. The ball rolled up his trouser leg and he stumped his middle wicket. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Right on. Tiki-taka, 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 taya. Whoop-taya, pussy catch a fire. Yeah, little boy blue. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Yeah. Black pussy, white pussy, pig pussy, blue. The name of the game is Little Boy Blue. Goodbye.
So have a little ride. You're in your car, your girl is by your side. So take your key and put it in the hole and start to drive. Bless my soul. Well, the Blue Cross code, so handy on the road. You'll never be in trouble with the Blue Cross code. The Blue Cross code, so handy on the road. You'll always find an answer in the Blue Cross code. You press down on the clutch and push it into gear, and you judge performance by the sound you hear. If she gives a little moan with too much of a load, you better have a picture of your Blue Cross code. Oh, the Blue Cross code is handy on the road. You'll never be in trouble with the Blue Cross code. The Blue Cross code, so handy on the road. You'll always find an answer in the Blue Cross code. The clutch starts to grind, you better have a look. See chapter 27 of the little blue book. You rectify the trouble and start her up again. And check you have the hook on, cause soon it's gonna rain. Oh, the Blue Cross code is handy on the road. You'll never be in trouble with the Blue Cross code. Oh, the Blue Cross code, so handy on the road. You'll always find an answer in the Blue Cross code. Now when you drive, remember what I said. Don't be like my best friend Ted. Never took advice, now maintenance is old. You really should have read the Blue Cross code. Oh, the Blue Cross code is handy on the road. You'll never be in trouble with the Blue Cross code. The Blue Cross code, so handy on the road. You'll always find an answer in the Blue Cross code. candy on the road. You'll always find an ox in the Blue Cross coat. Thank you. Well, down at the seaside, out upon the sand, is a man who lives a life which really is quite grand. He doesn't make much money, in fact he is quite poor. He's Donkey Dick, the donkey man of the seashore. All the girls in their bikinis, when they're getting a nice tan, always keep a lookout for their favorite donkey man. And when they see him coming, they all run up to him quick, shouting, "Let's have a ride on your donkey dick." Oh, donkey, 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 donkey dick. If you ask him nicely, he will give you a quick lick. Donkey, 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 donkey dick. All the girls like to have a ride on Donkey Dick. When the winter comes around, he moves into the town where his fame has spread for miles and miles around. And he shows these city girls his funny little trick that he does with his donkey dick. Well, now that summer's come around and weather's getting warm, I've been out and brought a little donkey of my own. It's 4 feet high and really, really slick, and twice as fat as your donkey dick.
This is only the beginning.
I want all you skinheads to get up on your feet. Put your hands on your braces and your boots on your feet. And give me some of that old moon stomping. Get ready. Here we go. We've got 3 million miles before we reach the moon. So let's start getting at it. Now are you ready? Sing! Yeah, 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 yeah. Louder! Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, before we reach on the moon, people, we gotta make sure everything is spick and span. So make sure you shine your boots. As mine's a size 11, that makes me the boss. My name is Dredd, Judge Dredd. And when I say sing, I want everybody to raise their hands in the air and sing! Here we go! Yeah, 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 yeah. Louder! Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna show you how to do the moon stomp. All you do, put your boots on the floor, shuffle around a little bit, and here we go. Stomp, 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 stomp. That's the way. Stomp, 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 stomp. You do it. Stomp, 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 stomp. Yeah, yeah. Stomp, 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 stomp. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. We're now reaching the moon. So one more time, let's hear how happy you can be. Are you ready, skinheads? Are you ready? Let's hear ya! Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. On behalf of the captain, yeah, 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 yeah. We thank you for flying Skinner Airways to the moon. Yeah, 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 yeah. When leaving the airship, yeah, 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 yeah. All your belongings with you. One more time. Yeah, yeah, Well, all you lovers of fish and chips, I'm going to tell you a fishing story now. All about the king of fish, the sturgeon, and caviar. Now I gave caviar to my girlfriend, who was a virgin through and through. Ever since she's had that caviar, there ain't nothing she won't do. Caviar comes from the virgin sturgeon. The virgin sturgeon is a very nice fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urging. That's why caviar is my dish. Now I gave caviar to my granddad. He was nearly 93. The next time that I saw the old bastard, he chased Grandma up a tree. Caviar comes from the virgin sturgeon. The virgin sturgeon is a very nice fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urging. That's why caviar is my dish. If you're feeling low, give this food a go. It tastes oh so nice. Try it on the white and see, and see. I am a son of a lighthouse keeper. He had caviar for his tea. He had 3 children by a mermaid. 2 were kippers and 1 was me. Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon. The virgin sturgeon is a very nice fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urging. That's why caviar is my dish. If you're feeling low, give this food a go. It tastes oh so nice. Then try it on the white and see, and see. The greatest place to eat your caviar is when you're about to climb a ball. It'll give you strength and keep you going when you're about to shoot your load. Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon. The virgin sturgeon is a very nice fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urging. That's why caviar is my dish. Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon. The virgin sturgeon is a very nice fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urging. That's why caviar is my dish. If you're feeling low,
tastes oh so nice. Try it on the way and see. The finest dish by far is the lovely caviar. It will make her feel alright. Sharking after night. You'll see. You'll see. Caviar comes from the virgin sturgeon. The virgin sturgeon is a very nice fish. The virgin sturgeon needs no urging. That's why caviar is my dish. The virgin sturgeon. The virgin sturgeon. The virgin sturgeon. The virgin sturgeon. Walking home the other night, ooh, I caught a smell that wasn't nice. What come through that? What come through that? What come through that? I knew what it was, but where was it? Ooh. Oh my God, I've stepped in it. What come through that? What come through that? What come through that? I scraped it off outside my door. Ooh. I turned around and I stepped in more. What come through that? What come through that? What come through that? I'm hopping mad, this is the third time I've stepped into a... I don't know, people let their dogs crap all over the place. Yeah, is that a dog I can hear barking? It is. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here, you little bleeder. You're the one who's been crapping all over the floor. You're going to get my boot right up your ass. That's it, I'll give you. Christ, I had a skinful last night. What we got first? Bedtime stories? That'd be nice and quiet. Right, lads, ready? Oh, Jesus! Cool, what? I said, I'm praying for guidance. She said, pray for strength and I'll do the rest. So I told her a bedtime story about the first time I got laid. As I ran down the stairs, she cried after me, you bleeder, you ain't paid. Girls, because of the size of my hood, I had to keep my shirt on and give them as much as I could. So I told her a bedtime story of my non-religious rot and how I was an unbeliever. She said, you don't believe in, oh God.
story. One night I was asleep, and the girl said, get up quickly. I can hear the stairs creak. She said, get out, it's my husband. And I was halfway out the door when I realised it couldn't be. I was married to her. Dior. Messing about. It's time you straighten right out, and you want to think of your future, or you will suffer. Rudy, a message to you, Rudy, a message to you. You're growing older each day, and you want to think of your future, or you might wind up in jail, and you will suffer. Rudy, a message to you, Rudy, a message to you. When you feel the beat, you got to move your feet, you got to clap your hands. Come on, let's go, far deep inside, you can't hide. You're in that dancing mood, you're in that dancing mood. The world is changing each day, and man must work for his pay. So you must stay out of jail, or you will suffer. Rudy, a message to you, Rudy, a message to you. Stop your messing about. It's time you straighten right out, and you want to think of your future, or you will suffer. Rudy, a message to you, Rudy, a message to you.
Oh dear. Not worthwhile going out. Don't play much reggae in the clubs. Still, I can still dream. Every Wednesday, the papers came out. The record mirror, best thing about. Brutus Crombie, he was a lad when we were skins. All the dance halls were full of skins. Sometimes you get your head kicked in, but still one day reggae will be king again. I hope so anyway.
Reggae! We'd live live and die for Friday night. Off to the party and have a fight. Danced to reggae most of the night when we were skins. Above all this, our one big hope was pull a bird and have a grope. And if you were lucky, she'd take you home when we were skins. When Mum and Dad went off to bed, you'd stay and maybe have your end away. You never know, it might come back when we were skins. I had a bird with her hair crop short, who put it about, she was quite a sport. But that's what your mates were for, we all shared birds when we were skins. The stupid talk got in the family way, half our pleasure now I've got to pay. But that won't change the way I feel, I'm still a skin. Music crazes come and go, and down at Pally I still make a show. But all the birds are dressing up like something out of the 40s. Granny's flowers and the real long skirt, still the aerials, I'll bet they are. And when they dance it's a real cheap thrill, but they're not skins. We used to dance all night till 6 to reggae sounds just like Big Six. Those were the days, hope they come back, I really do. Reggae! We'd live and die for Friday night, off to the alley and have a fight. Danced to reggae most of the night when we were skins. Above all this, our one big oak was Black a Bird, have a crafty bloke. If you were lucky, she'd take you home and let you in. Oh, some chance of it. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Before I go, there is one song. Very shortly, there is a TV program coming out all around the world. 25 years of the Skinhead Cult. The name of this program is called Bring Back the Skins. Many years ago, on an album called The Last of the Skinheads, I wrote a track that is the national anthem of skinheads around the world. So from me to you, from Dr. Inding, the All-Stars, myself, good night, God bless, and happy Easter. And skinheads, remember, have fun. Oh well, suppose I better go out. I don't play much reggae in clubs. Still I can drink. Every Wednesday the papers came out. The record mirror, let's ring a bell. Do you remember the reggae page? I do. When we were skins. All the dance halls, what were skins? Sometimes you get your head bashed in. Still, those were the days. Hope they come back. I will need to. We live and die for Friday night. On to the alley and
selection without even a thought. When I said Judge Dredd on the label, alarm bells might well start to ring. Judge Dredd is probably the only performer to have a whole string of top 20 hits without ever getting them played on the mainstream radio. And he joins us now in our Sunday studio. Good evening to you, Judge.
Good evening to you.
Welcome to BBC Radio Kent.
It's nice to be on the Beeb.
Well, talk about that Molly recording just then. Have you ever been on the Beeb before then?
A few times. Over the years, it's began to mellow when you realise in the start of the 70s and whatnot, I had umpteen records in the charts, sometimes 2 in the top 10 in the same week, but never ever going on top of the pops. And of course, it was an instant ban as well. But over the years, it's mellowed a little bit now. It's no longer the fear of it like there was. But the thing is, if you're always the first, you're always regarded as the worst anyway. So that's it.
I was looking back on some of the songs, not only yours, but some of the others that have been banned over the years, and some of the really famous songs was My Dingling by Chuck Berry, and it came in the compilation this week in CD form, and I haven't heard it for years, and listening back to it, it's quite inoffensive, it's quite fun and bitty, isn't it?
That's right, it's like everything, once the magic word of ban is put on it, it's just like, actually, I had an album out many years ago called simply that, It's All in the Mind, and that's exactly what it was. But in all the records over the years, I've never used one bad word. Never.
The power of suggestion.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. It's all in the mind.
I have to say I've got the record. It's all in my record collection. Pretty good. There's some good ones on there. I won't ask you what Donkey Dick was meant to mean if it wasn't all in the mind. How did this Big 6 and Big 7 thing start then?
It started off, I've been basically involved in the music business since about 1963. I was working in nightclubs right the way through, and strangely enough, I was DJing in the late 60s, and I ended up working as a debt collector for a company called Trojan. And that's actually how it all came about. I actually used one of the tracks that was owned by one of the producers there. He allowed me to use it. I made a record, and all of a sudden, bang, overnight, there I was, the only white artist ever to record on the black label. And I ended up becoming the biggest selling, up to date now, they say I'm the biggest selling white solo reggae artist in the world. It's quite a thing really when you realise that half the people don't even know what I look like.
Right now, a lot of those records, of course, have never ever been played on the mainstream radio, as we mentioned. So what made people buy them in the first place if they'd never heard them? How did they ever hear about Judge Dredd to start with?
It's actually the media power again. It's a little bit... I never had the mainstream, you say the mainstream radio and TV. I had the old pirate stations, things like Radio North Sea and Caroline Veronica. So they was playing them all the time. And the other thing I had a very good PR man, a guy called Wexy Max Needham. And every time you opened the newspaper, there I was, staring back at you. And it done the trick. Mary Whitehouse spoke in, and that was really the kiss of death for it, because after that, you don't look back.
So, just looking at that, the story in the media a lot is there is no such thing as bad publicity. So all this stuff, everyone's saying, this terrible man is making weird records. Don't let your children hear them. Yeah. And yet...
It's done Michael Jackson no harm.
Let's go back to Brian in Staines, who wants to chat to you. Hello, Brian.
Hello.
Good evening. What should I ask the judge?
Yeah, basically, I enjoyed seeing Judge at the Guildford Civic Hall last December, and he had me in stitches. What I'd like to know, who was his stooge, the Phantom Pleasure?
The Phantom Pleasure? It's actually a very good friend of mine. Even in the big days, I never ever lock myself away. I've never been one of the grandier people. I've never ever done that. I've always gone down the chip shop. I've always gone down the pub. And I've always gone to the football. And I've never changed. In fact, I had an album out with the same title, The Working Class Hero. That's basically all it is. It's like everything. you don't believe what's written about you. You know, you just be yourself, and that way you know what you are. People make things up now, say things about you, you know, but you know, as long as you don't change.
What can people expect to see if they go to one of your shows? Not to say I've never seen you live, but it'll come one of these days. Do you actually go and perform one of those old reggae hits, or is it a bit of a stand-up repertoire?
Well, there's about 3 different shows. There's one of them is what we would call the cultural show. That's where that's where
comments, please.
And well, I've what they call a disco show, where the guy was saying with the disco flasher and another guy comes on Billy Balloon and things. That's quite a comical show. That's where I do obviously do the other things like Viva Suspenders and things like that. But there's also the hit show, you know, where everything is done. And as I say now, the big one at the moment is the Trojan package, the what they call the Reggae Shuttle. That's the one at the moment that we'll obviously do 6, 7, 8, and a few others there. Bring Back the Skins, which is now like the Skinhead National Anthem, and a few, because that's the other part about it, the Skinhead thing, you know, which people forget about as well. Because over the years, when the reggae thing died, I was still there bumping away with it, and until Two-Tone came round again, I was the only one there that was actually doing anything to keep the music alive.
You've also been hosting some adult comedy shows. I think the last time I bumped into you was down in Bognor Regis, so you're planning one, weren't you?
Oh, the Butlins one, the adult weekenders, yeah. Funny enough, I'm just sorting out some 70s weekenders as well down there. But, the adult weekenders, they were quite interesting, because, you know, I worked with some nice people down there. Bernard Manning was there, and Roger DeCourcy, and Jimmy Jones. You know, Jimmy's been a mate of mine for donkey's years, and it was really nice to see. But I was really, I suppose, once again casted on the wrong show, because I was a musical act with a host of comedians, really. So, yeah, it was okay, but I think I'd have sooner been on the week before with the basic rollers.
Now you're giving away where I was now.
Yeah, you was dressed up in a penny wig.
Tell me, please, I'm coming out the closet tonight, believe me.
I remember that.
Glad it wasn't television, listeners. What's 1996 going to stand for the judge in the last few seconds?
1996 is hopefully good health for one thing, because that's something I do wish myself, and a few hits. I need 5 more weeks, so the guy who runs the Guinness Book of Records tells me to put me in the all-time greats. So please, if there's a Jonesville record out, please buy it, because I want 5 more weeks.
Can you suffer for 5 more weeks? Judge Red, thanks very much for coming in this evening. It's great to talk to you.
Thank you very much, Ian, and goodbye to everybody.
Thank you.